Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Penthouse by Marty Sears and Lorena. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules, where we place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and marked 3 by 3 box. We also have fog. The grid is covered with fog. Entering correct digits may clear fog somewhere in the grid. No guessing is necessary. So this is not typical fog of war puzzles. It's basically, how do we describe it? It's conditional fog of war. Yeah, I mean it just depends on what digit you get correctly. I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like the dopamine hit you get from essentially the normal fog of war puzzle. Or just even basically if you place a correct digit, clearing the fog just in that cell. That's fine too. But sometimes it gets a little weird with like you place a digit correctly, but then nothing happens. It just you don't get quite the dopamine hit that's so satisfying about the fog of war when you do that. But people use this for various purposes, so some people will actually enjoy it. Okay. No guessing is necessary, which means that you should be able to logic everything out just from the logic of the puzzle that we have. We also have Penthouse, where 5 tetrominoes, shapes made of 4 orthogonally connected cells, and that would be this one here, this square, this line, this L-shaped, or I guess it would be J-shaped if you look at it that way, and this, they're basically tetra shapes, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth? Okay, I don't know. These are all the different shapes, I guess. But 5 tetrominoes, shapes made of 4 orthogonally connected cells, have moved into a large house with 12 pentominoes, which are shapes made of 5 orthogonally connected cells. No two characters are exactly the same shape. Rotations and reflections count as the same. For example, there is only one L. Okay. Oh, he just didn't have the L as an example. I'm not sure why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Huh. No two characters are exactly the same shape. There is only, for example, one L tetromino. And if you rotate it, that's still the same, right? If you rotate it again, that's still the same. Oh, reflections are counted as the same. So this would be this would L would be the same as the J. Oh, what we're missing actually for the tetrominoes, I'm not sure why we're missing that, is the T tetromino. Right, so this shape is essentially the same. This shape is the same as this one because it can be reflected, right? You reflect it essentially and actually rotate it too. And therefore it would be the same, right? So if you reflected it, it would be like that. So that's why those are the same. And there's also one pet cat called Ocho, who occupies just one cell. Okay? So that means we have 5 tetrominoes, 12 pentominoes, and ocho in this grid. We have to fit all 18 occupants into the grid so that none of them overlap. Outlines of characters are shown with thick black lines. A small clue appearing anywhere within a character indicates the total sum of all the digits in that character. Okay. So a small clue appearing anywhere within the character indicates the total sum of all the digits in that character. So assuming we had some character here, the L character or the J one, depending on how you want to view it. If you have a small clue in like a killer cage clue, I'm assuming, in that cage or in that cage, the outlines of the characters will be shown with black lines, so it's not going to be like typical cage marking. So you're just going to see black lines here. But if you see a small little number with it, that must be the total sum of all the digits in the character. So the digits in the character must sum up to that small little value. And no two characters have the same total. Characters cannot overlap, so you can't share spaces with other characters. And digits never repeat on a character. So this is typical Killer Cage Sudoku then, in that sense. Finally, photos. Around the grid are photos of some, not all, of the characters. Each photo shows a character as it appears in the grid, unreflected. That is, photos are not mirrored. So that's the reason why we don't see the T, because we don't have a photo of the T specifically. So these are unreflected photos. That is, photos are not mirrored, okay? Okay. Then that's saying that we see this character in this way. So it can never be reflected then. So you can never see this L shape as an L, an actual L. So this is not valid because it will see this is an actual photo of that L shape in the grid. So if it's reflected, then this would break, right? Because this is not exactly the same as the photo. So the photos are not mirrored. They're always as the character appears in the grid. It also shows one of its digits with its correct orientation and position within the character. Each character must be placed in the grid so that its given digit is up the right way. So for example, this 4 could not have, say, a 4 here. So say this was the character. This could not work because this would be this would have to be a 4, but the 4 is upside down in that version. So we know then that it has to be this way, and the 4 would have to be here to match, because the 4 has to be right side up. That leaves some interesting things, though. 8 could be seen both ways, right? I don't know about 1. Can 1 be seen both ways? It doesn't look like it, because 1 looks like it has distinct cutoffs. 8 technically could be. It looks like it's a certain way. And then we have 6s and 9s, which could be either way, right? Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, we know ocho is an 8, and this is ocho, so this is 8. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is the killer cages. This has to be a 4-cell cage. So it's a tetramino, but it could actually be like a T, or it could be the N or Z. It could also be technically the L, but that has a 6 or a 9 in it, so that's not possible. So we know this is a tetramino that could add up to 10. It has to be a tetramino. It can't be a pentamino. Can't be this one then. Okay, so it can't be a straight line because that requires a 6 or a 9. It could be a T. It can't be an L. It can't be a square. So it's either this, which would be that way, or it's a T. We know this is 1 through 4, though. We're not sure what, though. And this is 1 through 4. So we don't have a T. This is 32. And therefore, it must be at least 2, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And so it's a tetromino. So we know this is all part of 1. We know this is part of 1. These two are part of something. This is part of at least 3. We're not sure which. Sorry, 4. This has to go to here. Okay, this is also a tetromino here because it adds up to 11. This is also a tetromino. It adds up to 12. Okay. We're gonna mark this as red, I guess. No, let's make that orange. This we're gonna make red. So there's no overlap. These are both tetrominoes. This is a tetromino, and it cannot be the L or the I. Or the square. And these can't be the square. This is 1, 2, 3, and 5. Because it's 4 digits adding up to 11. So this must be the T. So the T either goes this way, or it goes this way, or it goes... Okay, this is part of a different one, so it can't go this way. It has to go then here. So this is a T. This is 1, 2, 3, and 5. This must be the N then, right? Because the T is no longer valid here. It can't be the L or the I, because that requires a 6 or 9 in it. It must go essentially this way. And this is a 4 here. Because the 4 has to be right side up. So it has to be this way. So this is 4. We don't get anything. That's why I don't really like these in that sense, but anyways, okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 5. This turns, so, and it cannot be the square, so this has to be 6 with 1, 2, and 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is a 6 in that position, so this is a 6. This is done. Okay, so this is... I guess we can... Oh, not center. We have edge. It must be here. This must be this one. This has to be this way. Okay, we have 14, so this must be 4 digits here, right? We already have an L. This can't be a square. This has to be the line. So this is a line, and it must be full that way. Therefore, the line, it must be 6 with a digit, because if it's 9, that would have to be with 1, 2, and 3, but that would add up to 15. So this is a 6. These are, whoa, what is it? The rest of the digits add up to 8. So it's 1, 2, 5, 1, or 1, 3, 4. We know there's a 1 in one of those 3 cells. Okay, so the last remaining one could be here. So this is always going to be a 5. This is always going to be a 5. This always is a 5. And it has to be a cross actually here. So this is across here. So we know this, yeah. This must have one more. It's either here or here. We're not sure which. This is a cross. We know there's a 1, so this is a 1 here, which means this can't be 1. This is a 2, 3, 5 triplet. Therefore, this is a 1, which means neither of these could be 1, so this is a 1 here. So these cannot be 1. We have a 2, 3, 5 triplet. This can't be 4. Cannot be 1, 2, 3, or 5. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is 4, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Actually, we know the rest of column 4 is 4, 6, 7, 8, or 9. But this can't be 6, so 6 has to be one of these. 28. This could be like a X shape or whatever. This cannot be 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's 5 through 9 here. We have what? Okay, what is it again? We have 5 tetrominoes. So that's 20 digits there, 20 cells. We have 12 pentominoes. So that's 12 times 5, that's 60. And then 1 digit. So this is 81. So every digit in this grid must be part of a tetromino or pentomino. So this has to be part of a pentomino here. We have all the tetrominos except for the square accounted for. And therefore this has to be then here. A petromino, what is it? Yeah, petromino? Pentomino, sorry. This goes this way. Let's do the entire border so that we have that. This is this way then. So this has to be a 9 going this way. This cannot be 9 here. Because this, otherwise it can't form any other shape here with this shape. This shape must be that shape there. So we're going to make that red. This is a shape here, because that's the only shape that can form that way. Do we have that picture? No, we do not. Okay. This adds up to 23. Okay. That means 4 digits add up to 22 without a 1. That could still be very broad. So this is done. This is a boundary by itself. So this could go down here. This is a boundary. This could extend, though. We don't know. This has to be essentially part of a set, but we don't know how this fits. This is obviously part of something, but we don't know where that goes. This can't be pink, can't be orange, can't be blue. So I guess we'll make that red, but that doesn't really tell us much. Hmm. This has to be a tetromino. This is a tetromino. Pentomino. These are pentominoes because the only tetromino we have left is a square. Hmm. This sum must be different. We have what? How many? We have 12. That's still a wide variety because you can get up from 15 to 35 for the sums. Okay. So we know this is a shape, but we don't have the picture of it. Uh, hmm. Okay. This cannot go here because it would not form this way, right? So this must be a border here. This has to be a border here. This has to be a border here. This is a border here. So it either extends to here or to here. We're not sure which, right? Hmm. Okay, let's not color this green. Let's make this yellow, I guess. Or we can make it blue. Let's make it blue. Because it might touch this one. This one goes either to here or here. Oh, this has a similar... Well, it could go down here. We don't know. This one could go down here. That's possible. Hmm. Hmm. This can't be 1 through 4 because it sees all of these digits. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So this adds up to 22. 22 plus 1 is 23. These 4 add up to 22. Cannot be 1, 2, or 3. Actually, what are the remaining digits in box 4? They are 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, right? Hmm. 8 cannot be here because of the 8 here. This can't be 8 either. This cannot be 1, 2, or 3 because it sees all of these 1, 2, or 3s. So this is 4 through 9 here. Same here. This sees all 3, 1, 2, or 3s. So this is 4 through 9. The remaining digits in row 1 are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. But 1 could never be in this pentomino because it adds up to 32. Same here. This can't be 1 either. So this is 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 1 could... Okay, where is the 1 in column 1? It has to be here. The 1 has to be here. That's fine. The 1 in box 5 has to be one of those 3. So 1 has to be one of these 6 here. One of these 3. 23. Hmm. Okay, can this ever be that way? No, I think this is essentially a mirror of the photo we have, right? Yeah, because you could flip this, but this is not going that way then. So this cannot go this way. This is a boundary here then. This is a boundary. This is a boundary. Oh, that's interesting. I guess it could go this way as long as this one is that way. So it's either a T or this is the extended one, right? So either if it extends that way, actually it could go, can it go this way? It could. The problem is the 8 would be in the wrong direction, right? The 8 would be facing that way. This would be top to bottom here, right? So this cannot go this way either. So this also is a boundary here. Right, if we try to have this as the 8, as this one, the 8 would be here, but it would be pointing in this direction vertically, which is not allowed. So we know this is the T, or it's the, whatever that is, Y equivalent. So either this is 9 as a Y. Can you have a 9? Probably, right? You have 4 other digits adding up to 18. Yeah, that's fine. So either this is 9 with this being that way. And this is a T or a Y. So we know both of these essentially are the same. So either this is 9. So the T would be then, this would be a 6. Okay, this cannot be T. If this were T, this would be 9 here, but we already have a 9 that's there, right? Because of this picture. So this cannot be the T. This has to be the, whatchamacallit, Y, I think it is. This adds up to 32. Can you have a 32 without a 9? Probably no. Because the most you would have is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is then a T. Which means this is the boundary. This has to go this way, so this is red, and it has to extend out here. So this is the... This is 6, I believe, right? If you go upside down, yeah, it's a 6. So this is 6. You can't have a 32 without a 9, right? For 5 digits. The most you could have would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 and 8 add up to 12. 5 and 7 add up to 12. That's 24 plus 6 is 30. So this has to be 9 then. So this is a 9, which means you can't have a 9 in the rest of the column. You can't have a 6 in the rest of the column. This is 7 or 8. This could go here. Actually, it cannot go here. If it goes this way, that would block these 2 cells. So therefore, this must go this way. This is, what is it, N or something equivalent? I don't know. Okay. So there's no 4. You cannot have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because that adds up to 35. So it requires a 2 or a 3 here. So it's either 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, I think, requires specifically 5, 7, 8, 9. So this cannot have, yes. So this would specifically then be 2, 7, 8. Because this adds up to 15. We need 3 digits adding up to 17. 17, right? Yeah. So then we have 7, 8, and 2. Wait, it can't be, there's no 4 involved. That's the reason why. Yeah, no 4, 5, 8. You have 2, 7, 8. You can't have 3, 6, 8 because the 6 is no longer allowed. You can't have 4, 6, 8. Or 4, 5, 7 because of the 4. So this is a 2, 7, 8 triplet, which eliminates 2 and 7 and 8 in the rest of the column. Sorry, the rest of the row. So this can't be 5 or 6. This can't be 6 because of the 6. So this is 5, which leaves this as a 1, 3 pair. One of these is a 2. One of these is a 2. Therefore, in the rest of columns 2 and 3, you cannot have a 2. You can't have a 1. One of these is 2. This can't be 6 or 9. No, 6 or 9 here. So one of these is 2 here. Which means 2 has to be one of those 2. That's fine. Okay. This, how many digits is here? How many cells are here? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's a problem. That's a big problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, this is wrong. I don't know why I had this as a boundary. Okay, anyways, this is wrong here. This is not a boundary. And we know that it has to go this way, actually. Because, yeah. We know it has to go this way. Because we can't form all these shapes here. So this is not orange, or sorry, not red. Right? This is not a correct shape. This one does have to be red here. Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So then this forms a set of 4 tetrominoes. This has to be part of the orange. So then we have a boundary here. This can never be part of orange, so this is always part of this red. I think this has to go this way, right? What cell is this part of? It can't, if it's some other cell, that makes this only a 3-cell tetromino, and we need to have 5. Or it has to be a pentamino, essentially, here. So this has to be part of red. I think this has to be part of red, right? Because if it's not, this is red, and that would not be part of a 5-cell region. So this is a region then. This is a 5-cell region. It cannot be this one, right? If it's this one, it's mirroring this photo, which is not allowed. So this has to go down here. So we know this is that way. This has to be sets of 5. 3 sets of 5 cells here. We already have like the P or the whatever this is, the B. So that's not allowed here. We have to have a square somewhere here. The square cannot be here because this would be 4 then, and we already have the LJ. The square cannot be here because then this is 6 cells. The square cannot be here because this is only 2 cells. Therefore, this is the square. So this is the square. We're going to make that blue. This has to be... It cannot be the L. It can't be this because that's a mirror of this. I think it has to be the Y thing, right? And this yellow has to be that way. What are the remaining pentominoes? We already have the ladder. Okay, so this is a 1 here. So we know this is 1, which means this can't be 1 here. And it can't be 1 here. And it can't be 1 here. Therefore, this is a 1. We also know this is a T. And the 6 has to be here. So this is 1 and 6. Okay. We need a different type of L. Where could that be? Cannot be here. Can't be here. It has to be here, right? But then this becomes the other... No, okay, that doesn't work. Huh. This is a problem. Hmm. Hmm. You can't be here. Can't be here. Oof. This is not good. Huh. What are the other tetramos that we can have? Okay, we have the step ladder. We already have that. This is a problem here. I don't see how it fits in the rest. We have a plus sign. This is not a plus sign. I think this has to be a long one, but then the problem is we don't have a plus sign and then the medium L. I must have messed up something here. Okay, well, we know this is incorrect, so we can remove... This has to be part of this cage. This couldn't be an L. It has to be this way. Hmm. This has to be a T. It cannot be the... It cannot be any of the other ones that are shown. Because it requires a 1, 2, 3, and a 5 to add up to 11. So it can't be a square, can't be a line, it can't be an L or J shape, it can't be N. So it has to be the, does it have to go, well, it does have to go this way. Can't go here. It has to be a T, so therefore this is a T. Therefore, that leaves this as the only 4 cell shaped, so it has to go there, and the 4 has to be here because it has to be right side up. This then forces this to be a shape. It cannot be part of the orange because this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has to be part of a separate shape. It's a tetromino because pentominoes are all taken here, 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 and it could only be the square one if it were a tetromino. So this has to be this pentomino, which makes that a 9. This is some sort of either this one or this one. This one can, and similarly, yeah. So it could have been this one or it could have been this one. But it cannot be the T because that would force this to be a 9, and we already have a 9 there because of this pentomino. So therefore it's forced to be the this one with the 6 being here, and the 9 has to be here. Therefore this can't be this one. It cannot be this one here because that's a mirror of this photo. If we tried to make it here, the 8 would be here, but the problem is it would be facing horizontally instead of vertically correctly. So it cannot be the that I was gonna say, oh, we could have the cross, but this is blocked by that. So it can't even be the cross. So it must be the T, right? And if this is a T, that limits things a lot. This red has to be part of this, right? These are two different regions because this is a border here. But this one does go down here, so this has to be part of this area. So that means this has to go there. This is essentially a... We need a plus somewhere, right? I don't know where the pluses is. Well, one can't be here. Oh, we have a plus. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Oh, apologies. We have a plus. Okay, we have a plus. So maybe this is still correct. Okay, let's... But the problem... Okay. The problem is we still need the L shape. The L shape is kind of problematic. So what's the other shape we're missing then? This can't be the L shape. This can't be an L shape because that blocks there. And that's 4. What are the... Yeah, part of it is I don't know all the tetromino shapes. Okay, what are the tetromino shapes that I'm missing? So we already have this. We have this. We have... we don't have the long one yet. We have the T. We don't have the L, and that seems to be a problem. This is the W. Okay, so we have the B or the P has to be here. So we have, okay, 5 in length, 4 in length. We have the L already. We have this already. This is the same, just a reflection. This is the same, it's just a reflection. Same with that way, same with this way, or it's a rotation. So those are all the 4s. 3s. Ah, we're missing this one. Oh, this could be that way. Cannot be here. I think this has to be the W, right? But then the problem is, I don't know if this actually works then. Because again, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this has to be 5 pentominoes here. This could be something like that. Ah, that works. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so again, this has to be the square. Yeah. This has to be this Y shape thing. I guess it's Y. I'm not sure. We'll make that red. This is yellow. Actually, let's make that orange. And then we have this shape here, which allows us to give us the L. This is a straight line that way. This gives us the L. I guess we'll make that pink. And then this would be yellow. Right. So that's how the pentominoes fit. So now we just have to figure out where they match. So either this is 9 or this is 6. We're not sure, actually. For the L, this has to be a 9. Which means this is not 9. This is not 9. So the pentomino then must be a 6 here. Because this can no longer be 9 going down. So this is 6. This is 9. We don't have a picture of this one. This one, I think, has to be 8. Is that right? Yeah, 8 has to be here, which makes this 7. This can't be 7 here. It's a 2-8 pair. We don't have a picture of this. This is either 6 or 9 here, but we're not sure which one's which. So either this is 6 or that's 9. We don't have a picture of this one. We don't have a picture of this. We do. Okay, so we do have a picture of this. This is 1. Do we have all the pictures is the question. This is a 9, so that's fine. This has to be a 1. Okay, so this is 1, which means none of these could be 1 in the same box. This can't be 1. This can't be 1. None of these could be 1 here, so this must be a 1 here in row 5. This 1 means this can't be 1, so this is 3, which makes that a 1. This can't be 1. This can't be 3. This is 2, which makes that a 1 here. So this can't be 1 here, which makes this a 1. Okay. We have a 2-8 pair here. 6 is here. 6 has to be one of these 3 cells here, but it can't be here. So this 23 adds up to with a 6. So again, we have the L to the 9. We have the 1 on the ladder, or the W, or the M, whatever you call it. You have the 6 on this J or L shape. We have the 9 on this pentomino. We have the 1 here. We have the 6, yes, on this Y shape. We have the 6 on this I. We have the 6 on this I. We have a 6 or 9 here, so that's the only one that's not left. This is 8 here. This has to, okay, this is a 6 here, right? The T has to have a 6. Yes, a 6 has to be here, which means this can't be a 6. This has to be a 9 here. So we have all of these put 8 we in place, and we have a 4. Okay, so we have all the photos done. So it's a matter of adding things together and figuring out what things can be where. Okay, we have a 9. 9 has to be one of these two here. 9 cannot be here, 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 or here. This must be a 9 then. Which means 9 is one of these two. Oh, interesting. Okay. This can't be 7 or 8. It's a 4-6 pair here. This cannot be 2 or 4 here. So this is 3 or 5. To add up with 8 for these 3 cells, this must be then a 2 or 4 here. Excuse me. This cannot contain a 2 again, remember. It has a 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7. 23 minus 7 is 16. So the other 3 digits must add up to 16 without a 2. So it could be 3, 4, and 9. That's possible. It could be... Okay, so where is the 2 actually then in this box? Cannot be in columns 2 and 3 because one of these is 2, one of these is 2. So the 2 has to be one of these 3. I think we have all the 1s. No, we don't. This can't be 1, therefore this must be a 1 here. Right? Yeah. So in row 3, can't be any of these 4. Can't be any of these 4, so it must be here. And therefore the 2 must be here, which means this can't be 6 because of that 6. So this is 4, this is 6. These can't be 4 or 7. It's a 5-8 pair. In row 2, we have the remaining digits 3, 4, and 6. Or not 6. 3, 4, and 7. Okay, 3, 4, 7, 3, 4, 7. This can't be 4, though, because of the 4 in the region. Let's see, 9 cannot be either of these. Okay, 9 cannot be here because of the region, so 9 has to be this one. 9 can't be here. 9 can't be here, so 9 is one of these two. 9 is one of these two. So 1, 6, and 9 add up to 16. So the other two digits must add up to 11, right? Right, so this has to then be 1, 4, 7? 1, 4, 6, 7, 9. So 1, 9 adds up to 10. 4, 6 adds up to 10. 7 yeah. It cannot be 3 and 8 because there's an 8 in the box. And this is 6. Cannot be 2, 9 because we already have a 9 here. And so it can't be 5, 6 because of the 6 in the box. So this must be 4, 4, 9. So let's make this 4, 7, 9, and this is 4 or 7 here. Which means in the rest of the box, this must be 2, 3, or 5 here. This adds up to 28. We already have a 9, and we don't know what the other digits are. Oh, this can't be 4 because of this 4. We have a 3, 7, 3, 7 pair in row 2, which eliminates 3 and 7 from the rest of the row. Therefore, this is 4, which means this can't be 4. The remaining digits here are 3, 5, and 7 in this box 1. This is 2 and 3 here. Because there's no 2 and 3 possible in the rest of this column. This has to be 9, because there's no other place for the 9. This has to be a 6 because of the photograph. And this is a 1 because that's the only place for 1 in row 1. So this has to be 2 and 3, which means this cannot contain 2 or 3. It's 1, 6 without a 2 or 3. So the remaining digits are 23 minus 7, which is 16, without 2 or 3. Therefore, it has to be at minimum 4, 5, and 7. It has to be 4, 5, and 7. So this can't be 9. This becomes 4, 5, 6, 7 to add up to 23. But this can't be 6. This can't be 6. One of these two is 6. The rest of the digits are 2, 3, 8, and 9. Well, this can't be 2 or 3 because 2 and 3 have to be in this column. This can't be 8, so this is a 9, which makes this 2, 3, and 8. 2, 3, 8 is here. This can't be 8. This can't be 8. We have a 4, 5, 7 triplet in box 4, which eliminates 4, 5, and 7 in that box. Therefore, this is 8. That means this can't be 8, so this is 2, which makes that an 8. This 2 means this can't be 2, so that's 3, which makes that a 2. This can't be 2. This can't be 3 here. This can't be 3. This can't be 4. So we have a 5, 7 pair here, and a 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Well, one of these is 2 or 3. This is 2 or 3. Therefore, the rest of the row cannot contain 2 or 3. Therefore, it must be 4, 5, or 7 here. Okay. This adds up with 2, 3, 8, 9. We also have 1, 6, and 9 here. Okay. So, what are the remaining digits here? 3, 7, 6, and 8. 3, 6, 7, 8. This can't be 6, though. Nine cannot be here. Well, we already knew that. 9 is one of those two. Remaining digits in row 5 are 3, 4, 5, and 7. But this can't be 5. Remaining digits in row... Okay, one of these is 3, therefore this cannot be 3. We have a 2, 5, 2, 5 pair in box 5, which eliminates 2 and 5 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this is 3. This can't be 3 here. We know a 3 has to be one of these two. Actually, this can't be 3 anyways. Oh, well, we know that now. But we didn't know that earlier, but this now has to be one of these is a 3. This is a 5, 8 pair in this region, so this can't be an 8. So we know we have an 8 here. We know we have to have an 8 here in one of these two cells. And it's also, what? 3, 5, 7, and 8 as possibilities. 5 has to be one of these 3 digits here. This adds up to 28 with 5 digits. What does that mean? Without a 1, we have a 9 already. So 28 plus... Actually, perhaps it's easier to calculate these 2 digits. So this adds up to 28. We also have 7 here, which means this adds up to 10. Well, we need an 8 here, so this has to be 2 and 8. So this is 2, 8, which means this can't be 2. This is a 5, this is a 2. This 5 eliminates that 5, so that's a 2. This can't be a 5, cannot be a 5, so it's 4 or 7. We have a 4, 7, 9 here. This is 2 and 8. This can't be 2 or 8. Well, we already sort of knew that. This can't be 2 here. This then is 3, 4, 5, and 7. To add up to 28 with 9. 3, 4, 5 is 12, plus 7 is 19, plus 9 is 28. So this can't be 5. 5 is one of these two. 5 has to be one of those 3. I think we have all the nines. Yeah, we don't have all the nines. 9 can be one of these two. The remaining digits in box 8 are 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. But 9 cannot be these two. 3 cannot be either of these. So 3 has to be here. 9 has to be here. 8 cannot be here because of this 8. So this must be a 5, which makes that an 8. I think we have... Well, 8's one of those two. 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 5 cannot be either of these 3. So 5 has to be one of these two, which is fine. This can't be 2, 8, 1, or 9. So this is 3 through 7. But 5 has to be one of these, so this can't be 5. So now we have to add sums. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 5, and 8. What does that add up to? 1, 2, 5 adds up to 8 plus 8 is 16. So 16 plus 3 is 19. 16 plus 7. Okay, let's have notes. We have, what digits do we have? We have already, all the lower digits are whatever. We have 27, 23, 27, 28, 32. Whoops, 32. This will be 32. 32 is actually fairly low on the totem, so let's make that here. 32. These are certain ones though. That makes it easier. Let's just do that. Okay, so this is certain 23, 27, 28, and 32. What other ones do we have? So this one here is, okay. Let's do the 4. This is either 19. We have 19 here total. 19 plus 3 is 22. That's fine. 19 plus 4 is 23. That's not okay. So this cannot be 4. 19 plus 6 is 25. That's okay. 19 plus 7 is 26. So that's okay. So we have in this thing, in this square, 22, 22, 25, and 26 as possibilities. In this cage, we have 16 plus 3, which is 19. So we have 19, or we have 26, I believe, right? No, 16 plus 7 is 23. Oh, that can't be 23. So therefore, okay, right. So this is 1, 2, 5, 8. 1, 2, okay, this is a 3, 7, 3, 7 pair. Okay. 1, 2, 5, 8 is 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 7 would be 23, but we already have a 23 cage here. Therefore, this can't be 7. This is a 3, which makes that a 7. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is 35. So we have 35 and we have 19 now as certain ones. We're going to mark those as green. Those are all good. This one is still questionable. Okay, we already have the 28. This 3 means this can't be 3. Therefore, this is a 3 here. This is 15 or it's 17, right? What is this? This is 10. This is 10, and then we have 17 here. If we add 5 to it, so that's 27, plus 5 would be 32, but we already have a 32. So this cannot be 5, this must be 7, which makes that a 5. So we have 15 now also. We have 15, and I think this is 34, right? 4, 6, so 7, 8, 9, 34. Yep. So these are done. This is done. This is done. This can't be 7. This is a 5. So none of these could be 5 here. It's a 4, 6, 7 triplet. This can't be 5. This can't be 5. Where is the 5 in box 8? Can't be here, can't be here. It must be here. So this is a 5, which means this cannot be a 5 here. Where is the 5 in... Actually, this can't be 3. Where is the 5 in column 7? It has to be here. So this is 5, which makes this a 2. That makes this a 3, which makes that an 8. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we're getting close to solving this. This is 2, 3, 8, 9. 4, 7, 4, 7. This cannot be 7 here. So therefore, this is what? It cannot be 26. It's either 22 or 25 here. This is 2, 3, 8, and 9, so that's 22. Plus 4 would be 26. So we have 26 and, okay. 2, 8, 12, this would be 29. So that's 26 or 9 here for this cell. Actually, we can put that over there then. 26 or 9 with 26 or 9 here. This is done. Okay, this is 116 plus a 5, right? So that's 1, 6, and 9, which adds up to 16, plus 5 is 21. 21 plus 4 would be 25. 20, well, it's hard to read. Okay, so this would be 25, and then the other one would be 28. 1, 6, 9, 16, 21, 28. So 25 and 28. Okay, it cannot be 28 because we have a 28 here. So this must be 25. So this is 25. We have that guaranteed. So we now have 25 guaranteed, which means this can't be 25. This is 22. So now we have 22 guaranteed. So this is 25 guaranteed. Therefore, this is what? 7. That makes this 29. So we have 29 guaranteed here. Uh, 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this can't be 7. Therefore, it's a 4, 9 pair, which eliminates 4 and 9 from the rest of the cage. This is 7. None of these could be 7 here. This can't be 7 because of that 7. So this is 4. This is 3. This can't be 3 or 4. This is 5. This is 7. This can't be 8 because of this 8. So this is 7, which makes that an 8. This can't be 7. This can't be 7. This can't be 7. This is a 4, 9 pair. Okay, this is 3, 4, 7, and 9 adding up together. What does that add up to? 3, 4, 7, 9. Okay, this is... this has to be 22 because it can no longer be 25. So this is 3, which makes this 4, which makes that a 6. This can't be 6. This can't be 4, so this is 9, which makes that a 4. This 4 means this can't be 4. That's a 7, which makes that a 4, which makes that a 7. Therefore, this must be a 3, and this must be a 9. This 4 means this can't be 4, so this is a 5, which makes that a 4. This is 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So that's 24. That must be 31. So we have 31 here, and that's done. And then this can't be a 2, so this must be 8, which makes that a 2. This 8 means this can't be 8, so it's a 6, which makes that an 8. And this must be then 4 and 6. So let's 4. Wow. Okay. We have all the eyes. This 4 gave us all the eyes. That's interesting. Therefore, this adds up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is exactly 30. And we have all unique sums. It's not 30, 30. And it's done. And that's 13 for all 12 tentromenos or pentomenos and the square. Wow. Pretty cool actually, but yeah, the fog of war was kind of, I don't know. I guess you needed it. It did give you all the information you needed in one go, but I was losing. I didn't have my dopamine hits from clearing stuff until that 4. I wonder why it was that 4 specifically that cleared everything, but anyways. That was interesting. I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.